Hi everyone, thanks for joining me again today for another video. Today what I have here is, it's an old Dylusions journal that I've been using since January 9th of 2015, and to be honest, I really don't like the journal. The reason why it's not completely filled is because I don't like the paper. It's really not good for what I like to use it for. It doesn't hold up to water very well in my opinion. Some other people that I've watched seem to get this journal to work fine for them, but for some reason it just doesn't do what I want it to do, and again, it's just my personal opinion, and as I've already mentioned, I have seen people that have used this journal and they've had no problems with it whatsoever, so it could just be my style of painting and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. Again, this book is only just slightly over halfway full, but I'm not going to finish it. It's probably going to stay the way it is for the rest of its life. So I decided to go ahead, show you what I already have inside of it, and create a quick little sketchbook flip through, or a art journal flip through, whichever you want to call it. So the book did not come this color. I tried to paint a galaxy on the outside, but I didn't finish it. So there's some blues and purples and all that kind of stuff. And it's not a very big book. It's only, it's about the size of a moleskin, so roughly about 5 by 8-ish, give or take. And it does have this a little elastic band here, and as you can see as well, it's sort of falling apart, so I really don't like that much. So you can, the part of the book's falling apart right here. So anyway, we have this little piece of elastic, and I started off this journal as a documented life project book, and I'm pretty sure it was documented life. I think, yes, it was the second year. The third year I didn't do. So some of these are from the prompts from that, but again I stopped doing it. So this was done January 9th of 2013. I'm not 100% sure. There's a little pocket in here. And what's in here? So these are goals and everything that I have hidden in this little pouch of what I wanted to do for the year. My intentions for 2015. My intentions were to finish Documented Life Project for the entire year, but that didn't happen. So this was the first one that I did. This was done with Neocolors, and it looks like I used a brayer as well, and some acrylic paints maybe. And then there's this one. I used some stickers on here, and this one's falling off. So I've used stickers, and I've used some pigment powders as well that I mixed with a glazing medium, I think, and that's what I painted the lettering and everything with. And what I also, I got turned from this book because I put rough gesso on it, and I didn't really like the pages because I thought the gesso was going to make it hold up to the mediums and everything a little bit better, because I like to use a lot of wet mediums, but the gesso just made the papers gritty, and I know I could have used a different gesso, but the gesso that I had that wasn't gritty would also soak through the pages, so either which way I couldn't use the paper properly. And then I have this one. I showed a lot of these on my Instagram account as well. This one again was done with Neocolors. We have this one here. And I apologize, I can't zoom out my camera any further than what it is because of my setup here. So these are some little monsters that I created, and I thought it would be cool to do something funny with them. And again, this was done with Neocolors. Then we have this. I'm not really sure what I was trying to go with here, but I really like the anglerfish, I believe that's what they're called. I think they're pretty neat, and I tried to draw one. I'm not totally happy with it, but it could have been worse, so we'll just leave it at that. And this was done with, this feels like Inktense pencils because the paper is smooth, and the Neocolors tend to have a little bit of a gritty feel to them, so this was done with Inktense. And this was done with a whole bunch of, there's washi tape, and I used my big Liquitex paint markers, and I used some ink over here with a dropper. And there's some collage elements in there as well, and it looks like I used some Posca pen here too. I think that was Posca pen. It might just be a white marker or something, but that was that. I really don't like doing collage because this to me looks like a mad mess. So I have seen some people do some really good collage, and they turn out so much better than, that I feel they turn out so much better than what I've done. And then we have this one. So these bees are actually image transfers that I did. So these, I just printed off some paper. I printed them off on some paper from my toner printer, and I just transferred them with some gel medium. And again, this is Inktense pencils as well, because it's still a smooth surface. And this, I'm not 100% sure what this is. I can feel a little bit of grittiness, so I think it might be some acrylic paints and some washi tape. And these are Tim Holtz. I don't remember what they're called, but they're little tiny letters that you can, or little tiny words that you can stick on. And it says, "Be different in a world of altered thoughts." And this one here was a little bit fun to do. "Why do I live where the air hurts my face?" For those of you who've been following along, this is -45 Celsius. I live in a place right now that's in northern Canada, and it can get up to, I've been here for 5 years, and it's been, I felt -62 was the coldest, and it is awful. So I thought this was pretty cool to do. And I've used some molding paste. It's bumpy over here. And these look like Tim Holtz distress paints or distress pads that I've used to spread some ink around the background there. And I've also done some collage on here. I don't know English tonight. So yeah, that was, and I colored this with Faber-Castell Pitt pens. And this was a fairy that I decided to draw. I was trying out some different things, and now I believe this is where the documented life stuff ends, and I didn't even do all the weeks. There was supposed to be one per week, and I didn't even get through it. There's some personal journaling in the background here, and again, I'm not 100% sure what I used for this because it's been so long, but again, it looks like it was Inktense pencils and maybe some acrylic paint. And this page is not finished. I drew a Polaroid camera and tried to make it look like it was taking a picture, and I didn't even finish coloring in the camera or anything. And I think it was because this broke in half here, and I didn't like the way that it looked. But there's some personal journaling on here as well. This was done with a stamp, and this, I remember that this is acrylic, golden acrylic fluid paints. So that's what I used, but I didn't even finish that page. And there, this is still, these are still documented life project pages. I don't like this one that much. I did this really, really fast. I do like the wording and everything in the back, but the girl didn't turn out as good as what I thought it could. And I used a lot of acrylic paint on this one because this one is pretty smooth. And this is just a background piece that I did. I didn't even finish it. And there's some molding or modeling paste and some collaging on this page. And then we have this one. I really like the way that this one turned out. I kind of got discouraged though when I went to the next page and the color rubbed off on her face. So that was a little bit discouraging, but I do like the way that the face and everything turned out on this one. And I like the colors that I used in the background as well. And this is Crimea River, and I'm pretty sure it's been a while, but I'm almost 100% positive that I did do a video of this one when I put it up on YouTube the first time. So I think you can go ahead and check out the video for this. And if I did post it, I will put a link down below to where you can see the actual video for this. And then we have a hummingbird. This was done with a lot of pearlescent paints, and I think it might have been twinkling H2Os. Just a lot of acrylic paint in this one and some cutouts of circles that are pasted on the page. And then a Halloween page that I did. This is all done with acrylic paint. And then this was November the 2nd of 2015 was the first 100 YouTube subscribers that I got. And there's a video for this as well. This was just a quick thank you that I did. And we have some flowers. This was done with Faber-Castell Pitt pens. And this is the last page in this book that I did, and I realized after that I had put the clock on backwards. So I wrote, only if turning back time were that easy. So that's what I did. And that's the end of the pages in this book. And like I said, I probably will not finish it, so I wanted to go ahead and show it today. So I really hope you enjoyed the video and liked what you saw. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe. I upload videos twice a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you would like to leave any kind of comment down below, go ahead and do so. It would be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for stopping by today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.